Hi there, my name's Robert Middleton. I'm the founder of Orbit Beers. We're based here in South London. So I took my journey to Scotland late 2012, early 2013 with the purpose of writing a book, but accidentally fell in love with brewing and came home to London to start Orbit Beers. The people who really influenced me at the start of the journey were all the guys and girls that I met up in Scotland doing my tour, but also the brewers who were around when I kicked off here in 2014 were all part of the London Brewers Alliance, and they gave me great support and really influenced what we tried to do. So what led me into beer? Nothing in my history, nothing in my family, simply the experience of meeting the brewers and seeing the breweries around Scotland when I took my journey in the camper van. What I think helps us to stand out from the crowd a little bit in brewing world is that our focus is on traditional European style beers. That's reflected in our core range and also in our white label series. I would put the success of the brewery down to our focus on the beers. That's what we live for, that's what we focus on. But also down to our relationship with our customers and also the team that we've built here over the 6 years since we started. I think I realised we were onto something a few years ago when we had the opportunity to brew a beer for the Pixies. And we ended up drinking that beer one evening with the lead singer Frank Black. I think we'd not maybe arrived, but we were well on the way. So what's my favourite beer? I would say probably the Gueuze by Driefonteinen, a brewery just on the outskirts of Brussels. It's like the champagne of beer. I think the reason our fans keep buying our beer is what I'd call the orbitness. The beers have a dry finish, they have lovely balance and even a touch of finesse. So I love the beer scene in South London. There are so many breweries, incredible variety, and a superb bunch of guys who all collaborate together. Ha! Bottle or can? The big question. These days it's predominantly canned, but we love bottle, particularly the Vichy style, which is reflective of our European heritage. In terms of the scale of the brewery, we've never been here primarily for growth. Sure, we're getting bigger every year and more people are getting to try our beers, but the focus has to remain on the beers. So collaborations are a big part of what we do. We've collaborated with Brick here in South London, Boxcar in North London, Fine Ales in Scotland, and what links these together is that there's a connection between us as brewers, we're learning from each other and basically having a great laugh making a different style of beer. So one thing that's very important to Orbit is that our core range is something that we maintain for the long term. So the beers we're making in our core range today, 3 out of 4, the same beers we made at the start. For me, one of the big challenges in the future is to keep the craft beer movement growing. There's been a fantastic story to date, but there's a lot of challenges out there, a lot of competition from very big players. We shouldn't lose sight of why we started what we're doing, and we need to stick to our guns. So what's going to be different next year? What I wish for is that all the pubs are open again, we can meet our friends there, and please, when you go, make sure you think craft beer and you drink independent.